Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, December 31st at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 726 headlines from 108 these we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump did not want anyone tested for COVID unless they were in hospital and vomiting. Many frontline workers refuse COVID vaccines as distribution struggles. Newspaper editor who spectacularly fell out with Julian Assange says WikiLeaks founder should not be prosecuted for doing what journalists do. 11-year-old child charged with murder after woman shot dead in Colorado. Ethiopian migrant who became symbol of integration in Italy raped and killed on her goat farm. How stimulus checks could be withheld from the Americans who need them most. My in-laws expect me to clean their house and get angry when I refuse. How do I make them stop? Teen arrested after broad daylight bike gang attack on SUV in New York City. GOP Senator Ben Sasse says he hasn't heard a single congressional Republican dispute the election in private. Minneapolis police shot a man dead at a traffic stop in the first department killing since George Floyd. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Live New Year's Eve tracker, the latest, the New York Times. MF Doom remembered by Tyler, the Creator, Flying Lotus, LP, and more, Pitchfork. Update, Hamilton County's COVID-19 vaccination site sees enormo, WRCB-TV. McConnell called Wally out over objecting to Electoral College vote during conference call Wally wasn't on, CNN. Tulsa, Mississippi State players brawl after Armed Forces Bowl, ESPN. Aurora pharmacist arrested for intentionally spoiling coronavirus vaccine, WTMJ-TV. Group behind alleged Russia hack broke into Microsoft's internal systems, NPR. Distilleries helped out by making hand sanitizer. Now they've been hit by unexpected FDA fees, The Washington Post. Here are the top performing stocks in the S&P 500 for 2020, CNBC. Hundreds of COVID vaccine doses intentionally destroyed at Wisconsin hospital, AOL. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Liberty University students embarrassed by Jerry Falwell Jr. founded think tank. Hospital worker arrested after allegedly ruining COVID-19 vaccine doses. Jonathan Van Ness says he secretly married his best friend this year. 24 tweets about cats who want to watch the world burn. Senator David Perdue forced to quarantine after COVID-19 contact. Angry squirrel aggressively attacking residents of Queens neighborhood. Lindsey Graham calls for standalone vote on $2,000 stimulus checks. SolarWinds hackers access Microsoft source code. Black man mistakenly detained by unmasked officers in Virginia tests positive for COVID-19. Biden to host Inauguration Eve memorial to lives lost from COVID-19. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Church employee accused of terrorist threat. Police makes first arrest in viral video. Neighbors react after elderly woman is saved. Officials urge caution as lake ice is highly unsafe. Holiday week eviction forces family onto streets. Child mauled by dog, officer stops attack. Mayor suspected in DUI crash. Thomas Davis to retire after 2020 season. Group tries to increase transparency about vaccine. Group forgives more than $100K in loans. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. MF Doom, masked rapper with intricate rhymes, is dead at 49. New Year's, Trump, China's vaccine, your Thursday evening briefing. Pharmacist arrested after allegedly letting over 500 vaccine doses spoil. New Year's Eve updates, is 2020 over yet? Chief Justice praises the court's responses to the pandemic. 5 anchor women to leave NY1 after settling discrimination suit. Ben Sasse slams Republican effort to challenge election. Will an overdraft balance impact your stimulus check? In Trump's final chapter, a failure to rise to the COVID-19 moment. Alexander Wong responds to assault allegations. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Tom Hanks reveals horrible haircut he got to film Elvis Presley biopic. Warnock and Ossett level misleading claims that Lertler is campaigning with the Klansmen. Chrissy Teigen revealed reason for sobriety, I was done making an A out of myself. Louisiana state trooper under criminal investigation dies of apparent suicide. Democrat senator says Wally's challenge of election results borders on sedition or treason. California man charged with killing praying roommate in hospital's COVID-19 ward. Senator Schumer asks for yes or no vote on $2,000 stimulus. Stephen Moore rips absurd $2G stimulus push. We are spending money like it's M&Ms. WHO approves Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine for emergency use. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle share photos of their mothers and younger selves in website relaunch. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, December 31st. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. 2021 predictions, what Psychic Nikki sees for us in the coming year, a slow transition back to normal. Shocking video, men on bicycles terrorize man, mother riding an SUV in Manhattan. Pet food recalled over toxic mold linked to deaths of 28 dogs. Cardinals-Rams preview, I just don't know if the Rams can generate enough points, says CBS Sports' Jonathan Jones. Deer with massive hammock stuck in antlers finally rescued, after 6 months. Elderly woman stuck in a room after someone stole her wheelchair on Christmas. Stimulus check update, lapse in payments going to force people deeper into debt, says business prof. Gilligan's Island star Dawn Wells dies at 82 from COVID-19. Blood everywhere, aggressive squirrels terrorizing, attacking NYC residents for weeks. Fantasy football waiver wire week 17, Philip Rivers, A.J. Dillon could help you win it all. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. New Year 2021, world begins sending off the year of the pandemic. Gavin Williamson says he is absolutely confident there will be no more delays to schools reopening. UK celebrities wave goodbye to 2020 and welcome in the new year. John Humphreys, look out Boris, PM Rishi Sunak may be Britain's destiny all too soon. New Year's Eve fireworks start early across Britain. MF Doom, also known as Daniel Dumile, passed away in October at age 49 according to family statement. Tom Utley, 2020 has taught me that making New Year resolutions is a big fat waste of time. Jan Moyer as heroes and villains of 2020. Medics fume over red tape strangling UK's vaccine rollout. Australia wakes up after New Year's celebration in Sydney, Bondi Beach, Melbourne and Queensland. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. South Africans swap firecrackers for candles amid pandemic. Around the world, many are having the quietest New Year's Eve in memory. Global pandemic meets 500th anniversary of first global voyage. Yemeni PM accuses rebels, Iran of deadly Aden airport blast. 2020 was a remarkably difficult year, not only because of the pandemic. A year after coronavirus emerged in Wuhan, China, she declares 2020 a triumph. Fewer people than usual will pop bottles of bubbly at midnight, pour one out for France's Champagne region. 2020, the year of the virus. As Brexit finally happens, Britons mark their moment of freedom while obeying stay-at-home orders. Canada's largest pension fund bought SolarWinds stake days before hacking disclosure, stock plunge. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live news, U.S. hits grim new record with 3,764 daily deaths. MF Doom, iconic masked hip-hop MC, dies aged 49. Wisconsin police arrest hospital worker suspected of intentionally spoiling COVID vaccine doses. Chess, Magnus Carlsen in a deep funk after latest defeat to Daniel Dubov. Andre Hill, officers failed to offer first aid for several minutes after shooting. Fauci calls for extra resources as U.S. misses COVID vaccination target. Ontario minister who flouted COVID advice to take Caribbean holiday resigns. Land subsidence will affect almost fifth of global population. Trump returns to Washington early as allies plot challenge to Biden victory. Mexico security forces seizures of fentanyl rise by 486% this year. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Bomb-sniffing dogs, check. Times Square crowd, not this year. 2020 finally ending, but New Year's revelries muted by virus. San Purdue quarantines for virus exposure ahead of GA runoff. U.S. investigating unconfirmed intel that China offered bounties on American troops. No charges for police and death of Boogaloo movement martyr. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. In pictures, New Year, but not quite as we know it. COVID pandemic dampens New Year celebrations around the world. Ontario Finance Minister Rod Phillips resigns over Caribbean vacation. Mohammad Hassan Rezai, UN condemns Iran over juvenile execution. Brexit, Gibraltar gets UK-Spain deal to keep open border. Australia changes national anthem to reflect Indigenous past. COVID-19, China approves Sinopharm vaccine for general use. Argentines on abortion legalization, I felt relieved. How 2021 is being celebrated around the world. Bosnia, hundreds of migrants stuck at fire-gutted camp. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. New Year's Eve weather forecast, snowy, stormy across southern U.S. Coronavirus updates, U.S. logs daily record of 3,725 deaths, California has first case of more contagious new strain, $2K stimulus unlikely. Coronavirus live updates, California surpasses 25,000 deaths, West Virginians injected with antibodies instead of vaccine. New York's Times Square empty on New Year's Eve. Minneapolis police involved in first fatality since George Floyd, video to be released. Employee intentionally removed COVID-19 vaccine from fridge, ruining more than 500 doses, hospital says, FBI investigating. Wisconsin hospital says worker intentionally ruined over 500 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. Christina Aguilera on yearly departed and upcoming Spanish album. Trump shortened vacation, returns to White House. Michigan football stadium becomes vaccine clinic. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Rose Parade 2021, everything to know about Friday's virtual event. LAX begins rapid COVID-19 testing for travelers. San Francisco extends stay-home and travel orders, warns against New Year's gatherings. California becomes third state with 25,000 COVID-19 deaths. How worried should California be about the new, potentially more contagious variant of coronavirus? Garcetti urges LA residents to stay home on New Year's Eve. Los Angeles Police Department vows to crack down on gatherings. Fauci's 2021 COVID California forecast, school reopenings, vaccines and some normalcy by fall. Coronavirus has besieged Filipino, Vietnamese Americans in Bay Area. Earthquake, 3.6 quake recorded in San Francisco. Missing the Rose Parade, right down to the pool of spit. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, December 31st, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Rapper MF Doom passes away at age 49. Organic meats found to have approximately the same greenhouse impact as regular meats. For beef and lamb, organic and conventional production resulted in similar climate costs. Organic chicken was slightly worse for the climate and organic pork slightly better than their conventional counterparts. Trump was briefed that China sought to pay non-state actors to attack U.S. forces in Afghanistan. Countries that have managed to reduce transmission of the virus to very low levels have seen more people visit retailers, use transit and head to workplaces, internal Canadian government report. Women should decide whether to legalize abortion, Mexican president says. Shall not be forgiven. Pakistani PM's aide vows to thoroughly probe Hindu temple attack. 31 culprits, including the mastermind, have been arrested. The largest iceberg in the world is very close to impacting San Pedro Island. Father of British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said on Thursday he was in the process of applying for a French passport to maintain his ties with the European Union after Brexit. Canadian politician faked Twitter posts to conceal Caribbean holiday. Indonesian fisher finds drone submarine on possible covert mission, likely a Chinese sea wing. Iran accuses Trump of plot to fabricate pretext for war. Putin ends 2020 by tightening the legal noose on press and individual freedoms. France to deploy 100,000 police on New Year's Eve to impose 8 p.m. curfew. Australia's national anthem changed to reflect stories of the many First Nations peoples. NATO is furious at Trump delaying the military handover to Biden while there's a significant security situation underway with Iran that could explode at any time. The next headlines are from Forbes. UFC 257 preview, Conor McGregor UFC historical closing odds. The best books of 2020 and 5 new ones to watch for in 2021. Report, major pharmaceutical companies plan to raise prices on over 300 drugs Friday. At least 140 House Republicans expected to challenge Electoral College result. David Hasselhoff on closing 2020 with Austrian duo Q stack on new metal track through the night. The 2021 New York Mets, an unusually bold era begins under new owner Steve Cohen. Food books to feed the soul. San Francisco 49ers need to find better insurance policy at quarterback. Alden Capital makes $520 million offer for Tribune Publishing. Trump administration has reached only 7% of its 2020 COVID-19 vaccination goals. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,676,348,816 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Rapper MF Doom remembered by musicians, may your sound inspire music forever. How 2020, and Harry Styles, saved the guitar. Rapper MF Doom dies at 49. How to watch Times Square New Year's Eve 2021 free online. The best classic film music albums of 2020. Star Wars voice actor Tom Kane left unable to speak after suffering stroke. Gilligan's Island star Dawn Wells showed her fan appreciation on Netflix's Love on the Spectrum. Jared Leto on resolutions, method acting and how his The Little Things character is like the Joker. How New Year's Eve specials adapted to the pandemic. The Ellen DeGeneres show to stay dark next week amid COVID spike in California. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Pharmacist arrested, accused of destroying more than 500 Moderna vaccine doses. As Israel leads in COVID-19 vaccines per capita, Palestinians still await shots. Group behind alleged Russia hack broke into Microsoft's internal systems. It wasn't just the pandemic, oil's terrible, no good, very bad year. Pelosi names first female chaplain to serve Congress. Stocks 2020, a stunning crash, then a record-setting boom created centabillionaires. From mysterious illness to global pandemic, COVID-19, by the numbers. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano eruption creates 600-foot deep lava lake. Spurs Becky Hammon becomes first woman to act as head coach of an NBA team. Photos, the non-pandemic events that helped shape 2020 around the world. The following headlines are from The Week. The Daily Gossip. 2021 will be the craziest party ever. Jennifer Lopez is going to wash away 2020 from her bathroom, and more. The year's best photojournalism. Frustration builds over slow pace of vaccine rollout. Bernie Sanders rails against McConnell's assertion that $2,000 checks are socialism for rich people. New Year's Eve celebration scaled back, scrapped amid pandemic. New jobless claims unexpectedly decline for second week in a row. Biden inauguration plans nationwide memorial for COVID-19 victims. Irritated Trump will skip his Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve party. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The Observer's best long-form stories of 2020. Texas Tally, hindsight is 2020. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. How to fortify your, and your kids, screen time with a dose of physics. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Layers upon layers of rock and Cantor Chasma on Mars. Planetary scientists have created a map of Mars' entire ancient river systems. A steampunk engine to solve your satellite woes. Hubble releases a new image of Neptune, revealing a rapidly shifting storm. Astronomers capture a direct image of a brown dwarf. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, December 31st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. January 2021 Guide to the Bright Planets. Why does the new year begin on January 1st? The sky in 2020. Oddly shaped near horizon suns and moons. Star Sirius rings in New Year. Date and times of moon phases in 2021. New ice mapping Mars mission slated for 2026 launch. Photos of the last full moon of the year and decade. What causes sun pillars or light pillars? Earth Skies 2021 Meteor Shower Guide. The next news is from Politico. The deaths that shook politics in 2020. Spain and UK strike deal to avoid hard border in Gibraltar after Brexit. Boris Johnson bids farewell to grimness of 2020. Politico Europe's big fact quiz of the year. Pence urges court to throw out lawsuit aiming to help him overturn 2020 election results. Trump hotel looks to cash in on Biden inauguration. Purdue to quarantine days before Georgia runoff after close COVID contact. Loeffler hits back at Ossoff over KKK attack. Dick Thornburg, ex-governor and U.S. Attorney General, dies. Fauci predicts normal life won't return in U.S. before fall 2021. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Coronavirus update full hive. States and territories shut borders to NSW as local cases rise. Victoria scrambles to put a lid on outbreak. Life in a shack community. New Year's Eve 2020 around the world. WHO approves Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine for emergency use. Flight chaos reigns as WA's hard borders go up. Things may just happen, but you cannot argue with mother. COVID confirmed in regional Victoria, no new community cases. Vatican says $2.3 billion transferred to Australia like science fiction. U.S. markets close at record highs to cap off a tumultuous year. Spate of early morning incidents after New Year's celebrations. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. What's worth streaming? What will streaming bring in 2021? Here are 5 developments to watch. Deep dive. These are the best performing NASDAQ and S&P 500 stocks of 2020. Deep dive. These are the 20 worst performing S&P 500 stocks of 2020. Analysts see double-digit rebounds for 5 of them in 2021. Newswatch. Key moments that rocked and then repaired the stock market in 2020. Deep dive. 15 stock market winners that index fund investors missed out on in 2020. City Watch. New Year's Eve weddings go off without a hitch. Market snapshot. Dow, S&P 500 carve out records in final session of year, with NASDAQ scoring best annual gain since 2009. Market Extra. Key moments that rocked and then repaired the stock market in 2020. Personal Finance Daily. Mortgage rates hover near record lows to close out 2020 and New Year's resolutions to stay on top of the world in 2021. Futures movers. Oil prices end 2020 on a positive note, but suffer 20% annual fall as pandemic took toll on demand. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Flirting with Death, Engaging in Musical Battles and Fighting Legal Ones, The Invention of the Saxophone, by Clara Harris CLFS. This is Local London. Directors Forum, a blog from USPTO's leadership, United States Patent and Trademark Office. The Year in Patents, 10 Developments We'll Remember from 2020, IPWatchdog.com. World faces COVID-19 vaccine apartheid, The Intercept. These 5 patents offer hints about what an Apple car could look like, CNN. Senators tell the USPTO to remove the arbitrary obstacles preventing inventors, especially women inventors, from getting patents, Tech Dirt. Report on Research Compliance Volume 18, Number 1, in this month's news, January 2021, J.D. Supra. Helping bring VISC to life, Johnny R. Williams Sr. shares insight into a new era of eye treatments, press release, Digital Journal. The media missed some of the biggest stories of 2020, San Jose Inside. Repeat, Pure Extracts commences study on psilocybin oral tablets, capsules and nasal gel, Financial Post. The next headlines are from Quartz. One new U.S. dietary guideline is worth ignoring. Your worst white lie at work never went this bad. Why it's actually better to go to bed early on New Year's Eve. There's a new boycott of Walmart, and this one won't work either. The world's largest free trade area starts up on January 1st, 2021. Why our superstitious New Year's Eve traditions are so important. A plan for fighting burnout after a year of extreme stress. Is SpaceX versus China the only space race that matters? Happy New Year, Li Wenliang. People in China are refusing to forget a coronavirus whistleblower. There's no place for a Jack Ma in today's China. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. New Year's message, make the world a better place. Senators tell the USPTO to remove the arbitrary obstacles preventing inventors, especially women inventors, from getting patents. Content moderation case study, understanding cultural context to detect satire, 2020. Body camera footage shows cameras aren't making Boston cops better police officers. Brexit deal copied and pasted recommendations for Netscape, outdated encryption. Trump's police commission suggests doing the same things that haven't worked for years will reduce violent crime. Daily Deal, the ultimate 2021 web developer and designer super bundle. Repair shop owner who supposedly had Hunter Biden's laptop sues Twitter for defamation, has lawsuit tossed the same day. Comcast's pandemic price hike bonanza continues. Still not going dark, device encryption still contains plenty of exploitable flaws. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Tony Hawk. MF Doom. Army football. Ball State football. New Year wishes 2021. Mississippi State football. Auld Lang Syne. Tom Kane. Champagne. Sport mixed dog food. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Now that, after years of painstaking negotiations and political turmoil, Brexit's really a done deal, here's what happens next. Twitter refuses to remove claim that Republican Georgia Senate candidate campaigned with a Klansman even after CNN fact-check. Liberals glowed as Republican Senator Perdue self-quarantines after possible COVID-19 contact on eve of Georgia runoff. Oops, National Guard announces error in West Virginia as 40 people receive antibody treatment instead of vaccine. Death sentence, repairman behind Hunter Biden laptop says he had to share hard drive info after proper authorities failed him. Trump plotting false flag to fabricate pretext for attack on Iran, Foreign Minister Zarif says. Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine first in the world to receive emergency use authorization from WHO. Revolt at RFERL, U.S. propaganda outfit announces boss as partisan, claims he threatens their freedom and independence. Twitter blacklists European Medical Journal after it published study on ivermectin treatment for COVID-19. LA hospital workers balk at taking COVID-19 vaccine, media says they're somehow not in tune with science and Trump is to blame. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. 2020, the year things started going badly wrong. Eastern Caribbean issues rare volcano alert. The lesson of 2020, what's the point of pointing out the hypocrisy? 2020 greatest hits, the most popular articles of the past year and a look ahead. Georgia judge, sister of top Democrat, reverses order to end voter roll clean-up. Perdue in quarantine days before critical Georgia runoff. Charting 2020, a year of speculative mania. The great 2020 seasonal flu influenza disappearing act. $15 trillion cash money crashes dollar in 2020, sparks gold's best year in a decade. Pentagon orders aircraft carrier out of Gulf in potential Iran de-escalation. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Brexit, 4 years after Brexit vote, UK leaves EU's orbit. WHO lists Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccine for emergency use. The Argentine women who fought for legal abortion, and won. Peru president vows action after death at farm workers protest. Georgia Senator Perdue in COVID quarantine days before election. Israel orders wave of new house demolitions in Silwan, Jerusalem. In 2020, the Black Lives Matter movement shook the world. Microsoft says suspected Russian hackers accessed source code. U.S. vaccine rollout falls short of 20 million jabs by end of 2020. Box office bomb, 2020 was year like no other for film industry. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Just 1,652 days late we go with a whimper, not a bang, UK leaves the EU. Psaki, can't get ahead of whether Biden admin will investigate journalists the way Obama admin did. Judge with Stacey Abrams' sister changes previous decision on voter challenges. Murder surged in Democrat-controlled cities during 2020. Kurt Eachenwald's COVID freakout, I want to find an anti-masker and beat them to death. Pennsylvania House Republicans to contest state's electors. Kristi Noem campaigns for Lafleur, Perdue in Georgia, if the Democrats win people will have less money in their pockets. Doulas, some great Christian hip-hop from 2020. Exclusive, Mexican border state government drops probe into shootout between police forces. Dem Senator Shaheen, Josh Hawley bordering on sedition or treason. The next headlines are from UPI News. Nebraska woman's $200,000 jackpot is her second lottery win. Watch, Pennsylvania farm show seeking butter sculptures for virtual contest. Bermuda family finds message in a bottle from U.S. boat crew. Man files lawsuit over Hawaiian rolls not being made in Hawaii. Watch, Michigan Zoo seeks Christmas tree donations for goat food. Look, server at Florida restaurant gets $2,020 tip. Look, escaped sleigh horse caught running loose on highway. Loose llama lassoed after 17 days on the lam. Man wins big lottery jackpot thanks to clerk's helpful suggestion. House for sale in Vermont includes 7 jail cells. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 5 epic New Year's events around the world. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Mysterious, ground-shaking booms are hitting Tucson, AZ, again and again. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Memory cop uses incredible face recognition skills to catch 2,100 suspects including people in face masks. How to be happier in 2021, toss out your usual list of New Year's resolutions, says study. Grandfather of homeless animals graduates from veterinary program to care for stray dogs. Boy thought his pandemic birthday would be no fun then a magician got involved, watch his eyes. Artist creates breathtaking drawings in snow by walking for hours at a time, look. Boys make $250,000 from genius Christmas invention, and donate thousands to animal shelters. Small business offering 1 million donations of hand sanitizer to essential groups who cannot keep up. Watch this UPS driver being moved to Tiers 2 by neighborhood. Thank you. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, December 31st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. The McTrain, the rise and fall of McDonald's ambitious plan to conquer the railroads. Blood everywhere, aggressive squirrels terrorizing, attacking NYC residents for weeks. China tests hypersonic jet engine able to reach anywhere on Earth within 2 hours. Worker deliberately spoiled 500 doses of COVID-19 vaccine, Wisconsin health officials say. The mermaids taking to the sea at Aussie beaches. Wisconsin Badgers accidentally shattered trophy while celebrating Duke's Mayo Bowl win. King's Hawaiian sued for not actually making its sweet rolls in Hawaii. Shibashishi Shibashicho Shibashino Shibashishi Ayakasho Shibashishisho to change name. Fox found with impressive shoe collection in Berlin. The life in The Simpsons is no longer attainable, the most famous dysfunctional family of 1990s television enjoyed, by today's standards, an almost dreamily secure existence. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. A Psychologist's Guide to Changing the Minds of Anti-Maskers. The Kalashnikov CV-1 was meant to kill Tesla and impress Putin, but where is it? Light on STEM toys this year, these kits can get a kid fully engaged in learning again. A comprehensive guide to TypeScript for JavaScript developers. The 10 video games that made 2020 bearable. Kids who hit soccer balls are more likely to develop dementia, neurologists say. RIP Arecibo telescope, you'll be missed. Here's a bunch of apps that kept us distracted in 2020, enjoy. Watch, Boston Dynamics robots dance to convince us that they're friendly. The top 5 apps you should be excited for in 2021. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Traditional Ghanaian medicine show promise against tropical diseases. Desalination breakthrough could lead to cheaper water filtration. Stretching diamond for next generation microelectronics. Multiple mosquito blood meals accelerate malaria transmission. New virtual screening strategy identifies existing drug that inhibits COVID-19 virus. Asian tiger mosquito poses low risk for Zika virus outbreaks. Social media safety messages, pictures should match the words. Study points the way to boost immunotherapy against breast cancer, other solid tumors. Blood vessel cells implicated in chronic inflammation of obesity. Transfusions with higher red blood cell levels do not improve preterm baby outcomes. The next headlines are from Information Week. 2021 Business Mindset, Finding the Good in Crisis. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, December 31st from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Trade Insight Gazelle is ending trade-ins. T-Mobile data breach exposed phone numbers, call records. Microsoft says SolarWinds hackers viewed source code. 10-year-long study confirms no link between playing violent video games as early as 10 years old and aggressive behavior later in life. Apple took 3 years to cut ties with supplier that used underage labor. Mitsubishi Heavy to build biggest zero-carbon steel plant. Companies are fleeing California, blame bad government. The ESPN Plus annual subscription is going up by $10. CISA updates SolarWinds guidance, tells U.S. government agencies to update right away. Adobe now shows alerts in Windows 10 to uninstall Flash Player. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Debris from recycling center fire in DeSoto still blocking a residential street. Webster Groves fire leaves 1 injured. Hawley's plan to object to electoral college results derided as political stunt. Wisconsin police arrest person accused of deliberately spoiling COVID vaccine doses. Missouri COVID update, 93,000 cases reported in December. Almost 500,000 cannabis arrest record to be removed 4 years early in Illinois. 22-year-old in custody for shooting, killing man on Metro bus Tuesday. Family seeks help in finding missing Cahokia man. Skeletal remains found in Missouri belong to a missing man from 2015. Smash and grab thieves hit the St. Louis Premium Outlet in Chesterfield. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Shooting victim dies after getting dropped off at East County Hospital. WHO issues emergency use validation for Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. S&P 500 and set another record high as tumultuous 2020 ends. California is third state to pass 25,000 coronavirus deaths. Don't drink and drive. CHP steps up enforcement for New Year's Eve. California among 20 states raising minimum wages in New Year. Police seek a and-run driver who hurt cyclist. Senate formally debates whether to override Trump's defense bill veto. Big rig spills fuel in freeway crash. Race to vaccinate millions in U.S. off to a slow, messy start. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Use of spy camera inside Peru business leads to an arrest. Here's the first in-engine teaser for Stalker 2. The Amish woman's disappearance, murder court hearing delayed, reports. How domestic abusers have exploited technology during the pandemic. New California laws in 2021 address coronavirus, fires, business, labor. The X-Men can now spy on just about anyone. Faces and stories of 58 notorious criminals locked up in the UK in 2020. 18 women with sick texts released from jail after just 6 months. New California laws address virus, fires, law enforcement, Santa Monica Daily Press. A shady Israeli intel genius, his cyber spy van and million-dollar deals. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Danish Army awards new contract to General Dynamics for Eagle 44 vehicles. Russia delivers Su-30 fighters with French-made advanced avionics to Belarus. GE Aviation receives $111 for turboshaft engines in support of CH-53K initial production. Ukraine discloses further details of an 178-100R medium transport aircraft. Boeing awarded $198 and modification to MQ-25 tanker drone upgrade contract. Ukrainian Army awards contract to KB Luch for ship-killing missiles. Russia unveils new modular unmanned ground vehicle. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China's COVID-19 response, 8 years of government secrecy and top-down control. Beijing health app hackers attempt to cash in on mundane celebrity selfies. How a cataclysmic plague marked the end of Ming China. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, December 31st, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Minneapolis to release bodycam video in fatal shooting. COVID-19 outbreak infects 145 Costco employees. All the states raising their minimum wages in the new year. Georgia Senator Perdue quarantines for virus exposure ahead of Senate runoff. Crone 4 exclusive, Sierra Lamar's killer breaks silence in rare prison letter. California deploys 1,280 medical personnel to help overfilled hospitals. Final goodbye, influential people who died in 2020. Ku Klux Klan flyers scattered around NorCal town. California passes 25,000 COVID deaths. CHP maximum enforcement in effect over New Year holiday. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Wisconsin hospital worker arrested for spoiled vaccine doses. Number 5 South Carolina women win 13th straight over Florida. Daily soft spot for Buffalo ends with Miami needing a win. Cowboys, Giants need a win and Washington loss for playoffs. The new year will arrive with another blast of winter weather, forecasters say. Brady resigns seat after 27 years in state legislature. Itasca historic preservation leader, Hanover Park Battalion chief dies. Critic trying to knock Des Plaines mayoral candidate off ballot. Suburbs seeing another uptick in COVID-19 cases. Bartlett police seek help in search for missing teen. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Don't go low, photo enforcement on the West Seattle Low Bridge begins January 11th. Year in review, Seattle's biggest stories of 2020. New Washington laws going into effect in 2021. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, December 31st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Influential rapper MF Doom dead at 49, family confirms. Galveston Bay Park would complement proposed coastal barrier. It's out with the rain and in with the cold tonight. Wisconsin pharmacist arrested for deliberately spoiling COVID-19 vaccine, police say. Who is Matt James? Chris Harrison gives the inside scoop on the new Bachelor. KDISD football player in intensive care unit after serious crash making big strides in recovery. No layups, former teammate of The Bachelor Matt James stops by. 3 killed in separate violent incidents across Houston. Aggressive squirrel attacks reported in NYC neighborhood. Here's a Houston restaurant America cannot afford to lose, according to Esquire. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Darnold decision a dilemma as Jets enter crucial offseason. Saints look to improve playoff position versus rival Panthers. Sabonis, 3-point shooting carry Pacers past Cavs, 119-99. Ball State beats number 19 San Jose State 34-13 in Arizona Bowl. NFL races go down to the wire in AFC South and NFC East. Titans need win over Texans to win AFC South title. Both newspapers in Utah's capital print final daily editions. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Ticketmaster fined $10 million by feds in hacking of competitor's website. Extra, millions of COVID vaccine doses could expire. NY1 loses 5 female anchors and reporters as network settles discrimination lawsuit. Then and now, recreating old photos of the Bronx. New video shows woman tackling black teenager at Soho Hotel. Fort Dix reports worst federal prison coronavirus outbreak with 442 cases. The first Times Square eyeball was 700 pounds of iron and wood. Coronavirus updates, Day of Remembrance for COVID victims to be held March 14th. All systems go, Times Square New Year's Ball, confetti are ready to welcome 2021. De Blasio vows NYC will administer 1 million vaccine doses by end of January. The next headlines are from Observer.com. This startup grows real steak from beef cells in a lab. The best TV and movies to cure your New Year's hangovers. News of the world is a worthy throwback to the westerns of yore. COVID-19 vaccine chaos, record deaths as millions of doses could be wasted. Not even Michelle Pfeiffer can save French exit from its incompetence. Tana French's The Searcher is an ambiguous morality tale. The Mandalorian works best when it shows us what war does to people. A statue of a slave in Lincoln that Frederick Douglass criticized has been removed. Anthony Hopkins channels the anguish of dementia in The Father. How Elon Musk became the new space age's leading entrepreneur. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, M4.4 quake has struck near Carlsberg Ridge. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag strikes near Alaska. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 101 kilometers north by northeast of Mount Hagen, Papua New Guinea. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag has occurred near Havlulado in Tonga. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, 95 kilometers WSW of Abrapampa, Argentina. Minor earthquake 3.4 mag, 28 kilometers S of Stanley, Idaho. Minor earthquake, 3.3 mag strikes near Stanley in Idaho. Light earthquake, 4 mag has occurred near Stanton in Texas. Moderate earthquake, 5.4 mag has occurred near Lorangwa in Papua New Guinea. Minor earthquake 3.6 mag, 17 kilometers N of Stanton, Texas. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Cost of doing business, big banks have paid $195 billion in fines since 2000. Is continuity of government planning for Trump attempt to remain in power? America keeps claiming governments it hates for paying bounties on U.S. troops in Afghanistan. UK woman arrested for filming inside empty hospital. MO Senator Josh Hawley announces he will object to electoral college certification process. China's clampdown on COVID-19 origins exposed as AP journalists tailed, samples seized. Quinn, give me liberty or give me a face diaper. Los Angeles vaccine recipients can put the proof in Apple Wallet. Homeless advocacy group occupies family hotel, refuses to pay bill. How to defeat big tech censorship. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Snopes Awards 2020, honoring our lamplighters. Why do we use ice in drinks? Did Stacey Abrams' sister oversee a court case involving Abrams? Serial squirrel, neighbors keep eye out for fierce rodent. Is Times Square closed to crowds on New Year's for first time in history? Can bidders win a chance to virtually implode Trump's Atlantic City casino? No reason given for Trump cutting short his Florida vacation. Sport mixed pet foods recalled over possible link to dog deaths. Nashville bombing spotlights vulnerable voice, data networks. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Our most popular posts in 2020. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Rogue pharmacist arrested after 57 people get compromised vaccine. Alexander Wong calls sex assault allegations baseless and grotesquely false. Bella Thorne hosting New Year's Eve bash at Mexico hotel where female worker was recently murdered. Always classy, always protected, why I love my Nomad rugged iPhone case. Corey Lewandowski is pushing a new, Trumpy political project. Osif dunks on Fox's Peter Doocy, come on, man, you're a serious reporter. 10 pop culture moments in 2020 that actually made us happy. Skulls and limbs scattered in forest lead to arrest of Arizona man. Trump's legacy will be 300,000 dead, and 3 martini lunches. How TikTok star Nathan Apodaca became the feel-good story of 2020. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Tamron Hall says goodbye to her chihuahua. Joe Judge not happy with Daniel Jones' forthcoming health update. Will Joe Biden take on our alarming China problem? Rapper MF Doom dead at 49. 42 people expecting COVID vaccine get antibody treatment in mix-up. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Ice Age woolly rhino found in melting Siberia permafrost. First meteor shower of 2021 will illuminate night sky this weekend. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Elon Musk, 1 million humans could live on Mars by the 2060s. Controversial Bill Gates funded plan to dim the sun's rays moves forward quietly. Forgotten sci-fi movies from the early 1990s. British woman repeatedly abducted by reptilians since 1990s, they wanted to steal her soul. 12 million Americans believe lizard people run our country. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Britain completes formal economic break with European Union. Minneapolis police release video footage after fatal shooting. Phyllis McGuire, member of popular 1950s trio The McGuire Sisters, dead at 89. Ohio mayor, police chief horrified at lack of aid to unarmed black man Andrea Hill in deadly cop shooting. London girl, 12, can remain anonymous in privacy lawsuit against TikTok, judge. 5 female NY1 journalists reach settlement in discrimination lawsuit, will leave the all news station. Jobless claims decrease, but still 4 times pre-pandemic level. 31 arrested in Pakistan after mob attacks, sets fire to Hindu temple. Casey Anthony opens private investigation firm in Florida, registered to home of former O.J. Simpson investigator. 2 men cited after drone spots oyster dredge in polluted Louisiana waters, officials. The following headlines are from military.com. U.S. to move aircraft carrier out of Mideast amid Iran tension. Iran escalates threats as anniversary of Soleimani strike nears. China accuses U.S. of show of force with Taiwan Strait passage. The Army is pursuing a device that can turn battlefield ditch water into life-saving fluid. The Air Force has big plans for its flying car in 2021. James Richardson, soldier in Merrill's Marauders, dies at 99. U.S. will fall nearly 18 million doses short of year-end vaccine goal, Army General says. Colorado Guardsman has first reported U.S. case of virus variant. As Marines plans historic joint F-35 ops with UK, Air Force looks for ways to follow suit. In first, Navy Super Hornet launches from ski jump to prove it can fly off foreign carriers. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Employees at suburban Milwaukee clinic unknowingly gave out 57 shots with deliberately ruined vaccine, pharmacist arrested. After giving up GOP leadership post, 3-time candidate for governor Bill Brady resigns from the Illinois Senate. The Lipinski era. A wintry mix of rain and snow is forecast for New Year's Day. Here are the warmest, coldest, snowiest and wettest since 1872. Another storm sets its sights on Chicago, bringing a glaze of snow and ice on New Year's Day. Coronavirus in Illinois updates. 8,009 new confirmed and probable COVID-19 cases and 133 additional deaths reported Thursday. Man found shot dead in McKinley Park neighborhood. 4 Chicago restaurants, 2 businesses cited for violating coronavirus guidelines over Christmas weekend. Washington Park celebrated its first tree lighting ceremony this year, then someone torched the tree. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot meets with Engineer Young as City Inspector General opens investigation into the case. The following headlines are from phys.org. Controlling the nanoscale structure of membranes is key for clean water, researchers find. COVID-19 dominates annual list of banished words, terms. Magnitude 3.6 earthquake jolts San Francisco Bay Area. Changes, challenges, the not-so-secret life of pandemic pets. Light-responsive E. coli functional biofilms as scaffolds for hydroxyapatite mineralization. Well-preserved ice-age woolly rhino found in Siberia. Eastern Caribbean issues rare alerts for rumbling volcanoes. Pandemic has revealed our dependence on migrant workers. Anti-transparent products unnecessary in psychic propagation. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, December 31st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Lonely pair of mystifying space objects found traversing the void. Has 2020 ended as the warmest year on record? The search for life on Mars begins in February. Questions from 1920 still haunt neuroscience. Mother Nature sends 2020 packing with a bang. The Pyramid of Djoser, the world's oldest pyramid, is often overshadowed. Message isn't bad for you, according to science. Why is January 1st the beginning of a new year? The ethics of human brain surrogates. Top 20 citizen science projects of 2020. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Red Hot Buccaneers not looking past Falcons to playoffs. Last of singing McGuire sisters dies in Vegas, Phyllis, 89. Pac-12 recruiting, Corey Foreman, JT Tuimoloau and the storylines to watch down the stretch. Analysis, despite declining stats, Seahawks coaches say there is nothing wrong with the offense. Chief Justice praises work of federal courts during COVID-19. Chicago mayor meets with victim of botched police raid. Vaudrin triple-double leaves Winthrop over Campbell 94-76. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Scotland's First Minister to EU, keep the light on. Raiders interim defensive coordinator Rod Marinelli says he sees progress. Danville's first ever police chief dies from COVID-19. What did 49ers Robert Saleh reveal in his potential farewell address? Joe Clark, principal who inspired film Lean on Me, dies at 82. Hospital worker arrested for spoiled vaccine doses. San Jose State football, Spartans' dream season ends with nightmare. Senior living, I found my secret to feeling younger and stronger, the pandemic stole it away. San Jose, second child in 24 hours hit and killed by vehicle. Cartoons, Happy New Year, California, and so long, 2020. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Judge, 4,000 voters cannot be blocked based on address data. County, COVID-19 kills 9 nuns at convent within a month. Court upholds hunting on private land in Grand Teton Park. Likely wasting disease found in 2 more Mississippi counties. Texas hits new virus hospitalization record, passing 12,000. Nashville assessing building damage from Christmas bombing. Restoration plan for Los Angeles County wetlands advances. CDC ranks Kansas last in COVID-19 shots, reporting lag cited. Police search for child left in Las Vegas casino restroom. Georgia's political reality far more complex than abrupt 2020 flip to blue. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Biden's cabinet of firsts betrays a cynical approach to diversity. World faces COVID-19 vaccine apartheid. Reality winner endures holiday hardships as advocates turn to Biden for reprieve. The Florida Supreme Court is radically reshaping death penalty law. Universal enemy, scholar Darrell Lee on the relationship between transnational jihadists and U.S. empire. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, December 31st, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Spontaneous robot dances highlight a new kind of odor in active matter. Model predicts global threat of sinking land will affect 635 million people worldwide. New proposal for how aerosols drive increased atmospheric convection in thunderstorm clouds. COVID-19's impact on cancer prevention and control in Africa. Researchers measure model desalination membranes to maximize flow, clean more water. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Please review the terms and conditions you must accept if you want to update to 2021. Coronavirus variant found on West Coast as Fauci warns of more cases, live updates. How Bears will stop scoreboard watching, take score down. Injury report, Bears CB Jalen Johnson still not practicing. Lightfoot and Jeanette Young meet for very candid conversation about botched CPD raid. Bears seem to be warming to idea of QB Mitch Trubisky returning in 2021. Big game hunting, a mighty big playoff upset and a Northwestern W against Auburn. Bears defense stoked for revenge versus Packers. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. With drink 314, Jordan Palmer aims to distill St. Louis craft beer and spirits scene. Josh Hawley and Walmart had a Twitter fight. Nando STL steers his burgeoning music career through a roller coaster year. 5 new COVID-19 rules for STL County indoor dining. The best tips to relax in 2021. Hope for 2021, St. Louisans have their wish lists ready. 10 best essay writing services in 2021, how to buy cheap papers online with essay writing sites. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Michigan hated 2020 more than any other state, according to Twitter data. Michigan electoral votes expected to be challenged in Congress. Supino Pizzeria's new center location is almost ready to open. New legislation allows Michigan college athletes to receive compensation for the first time. What do you need to know about the best legal steroids in 2021? Review and guide. Metro Times article about the late Doug Hopkins of rock band Gin Blossoms is being adapted into a feature film. Report finds no wrongdoing in Michigan contact tracing app contract. A review of the 5 best male enhancement pills to buy in 2020. Whitmer vetoes provision to allow hazardous materials on Ambassador Bridge. 40 ways Metro Times changed Detroit and beyond over the past 40 years. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, December 31st, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. As COVID-19 surges, local leaders warn against New Year superspreader shindigs. Heights monolith disappears, leaves behind cheese pizza. Top 20 most 2020 songs of 2020. How the year 2020 devoured prominent Houston sports figures. Sexy Leatherface? Sure, why not? Upcoming Houston food events, virtual wine, beer and cheese tasting. Best concerts of 2020, Amanda Shires. HISD trustees retain their seats for now after appeals court ruling. Houston Grand Opera presents Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Sasha Cook. Joey Bishop, the lost rat in the pack. The next headlines are about world records making news. SwimSwam's 11 most liked Instagram photos of 2020, SwimSwam. NY 2021, Abu Dhabi's record-breaking 35-minute fireworks show was like a dream, College Times. Bomb cyclone in Northern Pacific Ocean breaks all-time records, The Washington Post. Our World Para-Athletes of the Year are motivated for more, Athletics Weekly. 2020 Swami Awards, European Male Swimmer of the Year Ilya Shimanovic, SwimSwam. I'm fascinated by power, force and bravery, the woman who surfed the biggest recorded wave of 2020, The Guardian. In Memoriam, remembering the people swimming lost in 2020, SwimSwam. New Year's quiz, which swimming events had a SC or LC world record set in 2020, SwimSwam. Bomb cyclone built in Aleutian Islands, becoming strongest storm on record to hit Alaska, Anchorage Daily News. The best Let'sRun.com Track Talk podcast episodes of 2020, Jim Ryan, Dina Castor, The Big Three Reunited, and more, Let'sRun.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. You'll soon be able to check the status of your $600 stimulus check. The 10 best deals of December 31st, 2020. That is one big pile of savings. A Hisense L5 100 inches 4K laser TV projector is $1,600 off at by Dig. Pet food recalled after at least 28 dogs die, FDA says. Meet the pint-sized robots that spontaneously dance. Goodbye and good riddance to farmed eel. The Ubiquiti Amplify Alien is a positively luxurious Wi-Fi 6 router. The biggest science news of 2020. Apple purchased 39,000 games from China's App Store. Stock up on computer accessories with 25% off sale on Klim products. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Telfer in Australia at 107.42 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Delaagir in Russia at minus 65.74 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 54.3 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. New battery chemistry results in first rechargeable zinc air battery. Activist hedge fund advises Intel to outsource CPU manufacturing. Basking shark families go on road trips in search of fine dining. Ars Technica's 2021 Death Watch, 2020 was just the beginning. That time physicist John Wheeler left classified H-bomb documents on a train. Corellium notches partial victory in Apple iOS copyright case. With the right catalyst, we might make jet fuel from CO2. McConnell introduces bill-time $2K stimulus checks to Section 230 repeal. New virus variant found in Colorado while UK struggles to limit it. Pandemic-boosted remote workforce may be in for a shock at tax time. Next, announcements from the World Health Organization. COVID-19, 1 year later, WHO Director General's New Year message. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Incredibly embarrassed and humiliated, Trump can't even face his folks at Mar-a-Lago, CNN. 8 deaths every 10 minutes, LA begged revelers to avoid eye gatherings. Vote to overturn the election will be the most consequential of Mitch McConnell's career, report. Crowds throng Wuhan, where pandemic began, to celebrate New Year. 140 Republicans to join Trump's effort to overturn the election on January 6, CNN's Jake Tapper. Ken Paxton sues after Austin bans late on-site dining for New Year's weekend amid COVID-19 surge. New report details how Republicans are pulling the wool over the eyes of their own voters. Government official confirms stunning report about Trump administration violations. In late Trump salvo, U.S. rejects UN budget over Israel, Iran. Trump predicted he would lose, and blamed Jared Kushner, "It's going to be your fault." The next headlines are from Mother Jones. I just wish coronavirus had never happened. The Heroes and Monsters of 2020. Monsters of 2020, Celebrity Substack. Top 10 things you might not know but probably should. Top 10 photos of 2020. Top 10 lunatics of 2020. Top 10 predictions for 2021. Why do conservatives keep posting pictures of awful food? Today is Top 10 Day. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, December 30th update. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. New Year's, Trump, China's vaccine, your Thursday evening briefing, The New York Times. A new frontier is opening in the search for extraterrestrial life, Washington Post. Sykesville residents Den and Cott Eckhart peer into future, unveil predictions for 2021, Baltimore Sun. Was that the dropped call from ET, The New York Times. Explained, why is there new interest in Proxima Centauri, the closest star to Sun, The Indian Express. White House releases planetary protection strategy, Space News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. For New Year's resolutions, never think you're too old to become a beginner, The Wall Street Journal. Big data analysis suggests role of brain connectivity in epilepsy-related atrophy, The Suburban newspaper. Long-term prosthetic use may not rewire the brain, Futurity, Research News. Neuromorphic computing market to witness huge gains over 2021 to 2026 leading players, IBM, Samsung Electronics, Intel Corporation, HRL Laboratories, The Courier. Soil stabilization market comprehensive study 2020 analysis top companies are Global Road Technology, Soilworks, Agrabind, Carmuse, Altacrete, Farming Sector. A child psychologist's advice for letting kids recharge by putting the phone away, Long Island Press. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Ozone in the air is bad for birds, Massive Science. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, December 31st, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. 6-month countdown to UFO disclosures started by coronavirus bill. Terrifying UFO, crab-clawed alien sees pair. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, December 31st, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on in, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.